What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome again to Ron's Opinion. Don't Matter. Hopefully, y'all having a blessed, wonderful, beautiful day. God is good. God is good. God is great. Hopefully, your life is doing wonderful things. Hopefully, life is going wonderful for ya. Hopefully. But, hey, we here. We're here. We're getting ready to have a good time on this Wednesday. Um, I'm quite sure the news is gonna pop out. Stuff is gonna pop out about all the stuff that's going on, and like, but we'll get into it as people coming on this live. But if you're on this live, please hit the like button. As you come in on this live, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, share these videos, all that good stuff, all that good and wonderful stuff. Had a good day today. God is good, just chilling. Um, you know, as we start to get into the political arena, which Mike in the building. What's up, brother? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully all is well. Yeah. As we get into as things going in, it's funny. I watch the stock market every single day. Every day I'm on the stock market. What's up, man? What's up, man? Yeah, every day I'm on the stock market. I'm just and you see the market, and you see it going up, you see it going down, you see it going up, you can see it going down. They made a big deal out of Elon Musk, Tesla stock dropping, and then the next the next day, I think it just shot back up, shot right back up. Now here's the thing: I don't hold no Tesla stock. I did have a little bit when it did drop. When it went back, I got rid of what I had because I'm a dividend investor, and I don't. Most of what I invest in is mostly dividends. So for those that hold Tesla stock or invest in that, that's for them. It ain't for everybody, but it's for them. I just didn't hold it. I just said, you know what? It's a couple of dollars. I'm gonna take it and put it somewhere else, and I'm gonna ride it out that way. You know what I mean? But you know, but my thing is just as again, I say it again. People going around tearing up these cars, burning down these stations. You're not hurting so much about Elon personally. What you're hurting is the people that work for him, the jobs, the company, because a lot of Tesla stuff is made right here in America. What's going on? If I don't say your name right, please forgive me. I got a lot going on right here. So it's like, you know what I mean? But what's up, word up? How you doing? God bless you. What's up? How y'all doing? And these words ain't always the biggest. And see who that, who that, who that, who that. Yeah, I can't see it. I ain't gonna try. But God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Do I have legs? Oh man, do I have legs? Yeah, I got legs. Don't worry, I got legs. They work. Yeah, I got legs. Yeah, I know y'all probably heard about Jasmine Crockett and her statement. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How y'all feel about that? Put it in the chat, please. Put it in the chat. How do y'all feel about the fact that what she said about Governor Abbott um being in a wheelchair? Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. Now you're just going sideways. And I'm not even going to answer that. But yeah, here's the thing. I seen, as y'all know, I voted for Trump. I support the Republican Party. And I'm listening to a lot of people on both sides. People got their opinion about what she said and how disrespectful they felt it was. And she shouldn't have said it. And this and that and that and that. And, like this. Here's the thing. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Y'all know I vote for Trump. But I'm a comedian, not like a professional comedian, but I like humor. It was funny to me. I ain't gonna lie. It was funny to me. Now, I know y'all looking at the fact that he was in a wheelchair and how y'all, most people feel that way. But my thing is just like, you, as much as people criticizing her for that, listen, as much as I like Trump, look at, he's made comments about people too that are public officials. Like he talked about DeSantis, Ron DeSantis, he's called them the sanctimonious. So you can't have one standard for one and feel some way about it the other way. Now don't get me wrong. I'm supporting the Trump, whatever the case may be, but right is right, is wrong. You can't just get mad at her. Listen, I don't particularly care for her. I wouldn't vote for her. Right. I wouldn't vote for her. She's not qualified to be in the position that she's in. So this is not me talking, trying to defend who she is and what she's about. That's not it. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad at her for saying something off the wall when everybody does it. Listen, I do it. I be calling Michelle Obama Big Lee. So it's like, listen, and just because someone has some type of handicap or stuff like that, if you're around people that are handicapped, they don't like being treated like that. They want you to treat them the way everybody treats them. That way everybody treat each other, they want to be treated the same way. I'm not saying like people that are in drastic situation, but a lot of times they wish you would treat them more like a normal person than not. But people just so sensitive and try to make something out of something. I don't think Governor Abbott had made a big deal out of it. I just think everybody else was making a big deal out of it. That's just my opinion. I don't really know, but that's just my opinion. I don't agree. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. If you're on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. But I'm going to tell y'all why it was a lot more funnier to me than probably the average person. Because here's what happened after I got finished watching her. Somebody else put a video and was saying what she said and stuff like that. All right, so I'm, kind of going through the video. And then I moved the video. And the next video, the next video that came up, well, I don't know if y'all ever seen this video. It's this guy in a wheelchair that made his wheelchair go 65 miles an hour. So, of course, I just hear her calling Governor Abbott Hot Wheels. And then, not long after that, I'm watching a video of a guy in a wheelchair that he did something to his wheelchair to make it go fast. And his wheelchair is going 60 miles per hour. So it just, for me, it was like, now, here I hear this story, and now I'm watching the guy in the wheelchair. So it just went left field for me. What do you say about Germany? I don't. What's up, Lennox? How you doing, Lennox Lynn? God bless you. God bless you. Please hit this like button. Please hit that subscribe button. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? God bless you. I don't have anything to say about Germany. I never been there. I can't speak on it. I know people that spent the time there for whatever. They said it was all right, but I can't speak on Germany because I don't know. I really know nothing about it at all. At all. I have no clue about Germany. Couldn't even speak to it. But hopefully y'all having a blessed day. Hopefully y'all having a wonderful day. So here's the thing, like, I like people to be able to kind of be funny about stuff. So as much as people was criticizing her for it, I wasn't one of the ones that was like, oh man, she out of pocket. I mean, the part that she said after the fact calling him a hot mess, I think maybe that might have been a little bit overboard. But it's neither here nor there with me. I don't feel no kind of way about it. I think, some people going to take it one way, some people going to take it another way. I just like, it's comedy. Like, if you can't laugh at certain things people say, man, what are you doing? Like, you going to walk around mad at every little thing somebody says? I get criticized on my lives all the time. I have people coming in, call me coon, all types of stuff. I don't let it bother me. Out the pit. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. How you doing there, brother? How you doing? Out the pit. Yeah, he's a good brother. He's a good brother, man. I like that guy. I watch his videos as much as I can. But life gets sometimes in the way. But I appreciate you showing up. It's all good, brother. It's all good, man. I know within your heart you would like to be there, just like I like to be on your lives if I could. But yeah, man, like we can't, like listen. To me, when I heard it, it was funny. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny. And I know some people gonna be like, "Oh, you wrong. You should be not." Nah, it was funny. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny. I'm like, like she called them Hot Wheels, and I was just like, okay, that was funny. Now, I don't think Governor Abbott is thin-skinned that he can't handle somebody making some fun. Because I'm quite sure he has sat in the room with people that, because he's in a wheelchair, made some type of wheelchair joke. I'm quite sure that is not the first wheelchair joke that he heard in his life. And my thing is this: people make fun of each other, people all the time. And if you walking around, if you get all. So I don't agree with the Republicans blowing it up to where they tried to blow it up with. Even though I support them, I just think they should have just said, okay, that's her. She is what she is. Because honestly speaking, if you really pay attention to what she's doing, she's really trying to act like she's a female version of Trump, but you don't have the level of intellect, nor intelligence, or common sense. Now you're going up there and you're saying crazy stuff out of your mouth, and you hope that that's going to gain some popularity. It's going to get you some attention, but it ain't going to be the attention that you're going to want, because you don't have no substance to back up the stuff that you're saying. You don't have no accomplishment, no real accomplishment. Like I hear her talk about all her degrees, and she got this. Listen, when somebody start talking about me, their education level, I care less about your education level. You know what goes through my mind when you start talking about I went to college for this and I got degrees in that? I'll be trying to figure out, well, who was the sucker, who suckered you into that got all that money from you that you owe? That's where I go at. Because I don't get impressed by stuff like that. It don't mean nothing to me. Now, for everybody else, it might mean something, because I realize in this world, education is great, and I don't have no beef with no education. But when you start, like, these are very same people be talking about racism and all that other stuff, but yet you went and took your money and took out loans and paid for what they call the white man's education. But then you want to take that so-called white man education, and then turn around and want to throw it up in people's faces. I did this and I did that. Yeah, it's always the black Democrats that's crashing out. Well, out the pick. The reason why, listen, if you didn't have access to millions and billions of dollars that you used to have access to, you'd be crashing out too. If you didn't have access to all that tax money that they was getting their hands on, was able to do what they want, move it how they want, do all that stuff, you would be crashing out too. You'd be like, no. Oh, somebody's actually cutting wasteful spending. We don't have access to this. No. They gonna lose their mind. They gonna lose their mind. And that's the part it's like this. Y'all screaming and hollering, having a fit over our money. This is not their money. This is the taxpayers' money. You're not fighting to make sure we get to keep more of it. You're fighting to try to waste it and take more out of our pocket. Now, me, honestly speaking, out the pit, and for anybody else that's on this live, you will have to be literally out of your mind to continue to support that. You keep voting for Democrats that want to overtax you like they're overtaxing you, and you keep voting for Democrats who are pushing this illegal immigration and shoving these people in your community, and they're paying to bring them to your community. They were taking tax dollars from working American citizens. It didn't matter if your skin was white. It didn't matter if your skin was black. It didn't matter what color your skin was. If it was purple, green, blue, whatever. They were taking your tax dollars and handing it to illegal immigrants that did not work for and came from another country. That's what they did to their people. And they still want you to turn around. And now they out here once again trying to recruit black people to come into their system and vote for them again. You had to be out of your mind. And that's real talk. Any black person at this point supporting the Democratic Party, you got to be out of your mind. Knowing that what they're really doing is trying to destroy the black community, and they got a handful of black people helping them do it. And y'all keep voting for them because identity politics. And that's what it go. They into this identity politics. Oh, I'm voting for them because they're the same skin color as they mine. And honestly speaking, a lot of times, people don't want to be honest. People do not want to be honest. If you know good and well, you grew up in the hood, and you know what goes on in the hood. And that you know that some of these people have the same mentality that they had in the hood, and then you're gonna put them in, you're gonna give them access to more. You not checking their character, you not checking their integrity, you not checking none of that stuff. You worrying about, oh, they got skin like mine, and we're gonna vote for them and put them in position. Meanwhile, if you really probably half of these people were stealing in their community, probably never got caught, but no, they don't have no real standards. Now you're gonna give them access to tax dollars, and you don't think that criminal mentality is not still there. You gotta be out of your mind. You got to be out of your mind. And now look at all that money Jasmine Crockett got. Well, they haven't done no tax cutting yet. It's the same. They haven't. I can tell you right now, they haven't done it. They work writing bills and doing all this other stuff. Nothing's changed right now. They kept it exactly the same. I'm watching it. They ain't nothing much changed. And far as the Doge clock go, that money is projected. It's like there's money that they're no longer spending to do certain things. So of course, none of this stuff is going to take place until it passes through Congress, passes through the Senate, and then it goes to Trump's desk and they sign it off on it. So right now, I'm going to be honest with you. I did not expect it. For me personally, I was like, no, it's not going to change like that, because you got to make sure that this is real. You got to make sure that this is real savings, not jump the gun too fast. So my thing is, I'm going to give it to the end of the year and then we'll see how it play out. That's where I'm at with it. Well, hopefully not. We don't want you dying. But yeah, I have to give it to the end of the year, because I understand a lot about this type of stuff, and I'm not saying I know 100%. But my thing is, this is like, if you, and this is something that we do as human beings. A lot of times we make these type of mistakes. Is we'll go get a new job, right? Let's say we go get a new job and we start seeing big, money start to come in, right? All right, so then we some of us will start changing our lifestyle based on that money coming in, as opposed to making sure that we really actually going to have this is real money that we going to actually we can do stuff with. And what ends up happening is you start overspending again and not projecting it. Oh, okay. Or like, let's say your electric bill or gas bill might have went down, but you prematurely do it and adjust to that, and then realize later on that, oh, it was temporary. So to me, if you got the Doge clock, and last time I looked at that Doge clock, it was like $230 billion in savings. I'm like, okay, cool. I see it still running and it's still accumulating. But at the end of the day, what happens is you still have to look at, you can't do it just quickly off the gate. You got to make sure that is really there. Right. You got to make sure that money is really, really legitimate savings. That way, if you're going to give tax cuts out, you're doing it responsibly. You're not jumping the gun too fast, because if you get this wrong, they're going to hold you to it. If you get that wrong, they're going to hold you to it. So we have to exercise some patience. Don't get me wrong. I want the tax cut yesterday. Real talk. But unfortunately, we have to be a little bit patient. I have to be patient. I mean, I would like to see it right now. But we'll see. That's why I said I'm going to give it to the end. And this is the reason why I agree with the feds, even though Trump was still trying to say, oh, he wanted the feds to lower, just like the feds, he wanted the feds to lower the interest rate. I disagreed with Trump with that. I said, no, we need to pause with the interest rate, because you don't know how effective what you're doing is going to be. So if the interest rates gets jumped off too fast, this can go sideways real quick. So I think the Feds did the right thing by pausing the interest rates. And I think that they did the right thing by leaving things as they are and give it time to play out down the road. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, my thing is this, is that and you look at what they're doing as a whole, and this is the biggest thing to me, is that Social Security was going broke. I ain't gonna lie to you. if they don't get this is the reason. This is another reason why I think they have to be very, very careful on what they're doing, because the way that this administration was spending money was ridiculous, and what they was doing was just off the wall, a problem, and it was a problem all across the board. So if you don't get control of the spending and you don't save this money and cut out all this wasteful spending and then do it responsibly, right now they're redoing how Social Security is being done, because they got people that was getting Social Security from other countries. So that don't even make sense to me in itself. So they're going to have to play this out, and they're going to have to be patient and do it the right way. Hopefully before the end of this year is out, that we see this play out the way it should be playing out. But again, you got to do it responsibly. But if they doing this and they doing this, honestly speaking, we're going to find out that there was a lot of money from Social Security going places they weren't supposed to go. And if we find out there's a massive amount of money in Social Security, and they're talking about trillions, that means that we could have saved Social Security a long time ago. We wouldn't even have this Social Security conversation about, oh, Social Security about to go bankrupt, because it wouldn't be going bankrupt if y'all was actually paying attention to where the money was going. We would have actually had a surplus. And this is what I'm hoping. Personally, I'm hoping that the United States of America gets to the point where we have a surplus as opposed to a deficit. I'm sick of hearing about the deficit. I don't know what to say. The United States of America, with all that we have going on, why we don't have a surplus, I don't understand. I do not understand that part. And that's real talk. What's up, Bag of Rocks? I'm sorry I didn't see you on there, but God bless you. God bless you. But yeah, and it's, we have to get to that point where, we're going to have to, as hard as it is, we're going to have to, Wesley, and we're going to have to trust the process, because honestly, there's nothing we can do about it right now, but just wait it out. I would have hoped that they could have done it earlier. Done it earlier and made those changes. But in my mind, ultimately, me knowing this, I knew that it would be irresponsible for them to make that move too fast. That's unfortunate. But I would have hoped for the right way. But I knew that they couldn't do it too fast, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to create a problem. You might create a bigger problem that you do not want. And if they would have did it too fast, and they did not really pay attention to make sure that this is real money saved and real money cut, and we didn't make no sense, because if you... Yes. I'm be honest with you, I feel like you're right. And I'm be honest with you, that's why I take my retirement I put my retirement in my own hand. And that's real talk. And as hard as people don't understand that, that's why I put, and I agree with you, Wesley. I do. That's the reason why I put my retirement in my own hand. I do my own investment. I do my own thing. That's the reason why I take what I can and invest in companies, invest in stuff that pays dividends. My whole process behind the dividend is to purchase an income that by the time, whatever the governments do is an add-on to what I'm already doing for myself. I don't trust them that much to say, oh, I'm relying on that. And it's unfortunately, but that's where my head is at. I don't trust none of them that much. I don't care who they are. I don't trust no one that much that I put my whole retirement process on them, on the government totally. I don't do that. I just, and that's why I encourage my people that know me personally. I encourage, man, you better learn how to invest and get your hand on it. I don't care how old, and I don't care how old they are. I still talking to them. But because my thing is this, is that you see how irresponsible the government has been over the years. And you know what, Wesley? That's the thing you should be. Hopefully you monitoring it and just keeping your eye and making sure that it's doing good for you. And whatever that does for you, make sure that you doing that well. And then, yeah, you should. I listen, man. I watch my money like a hawk. I need to know everything. Like, I do my own investment. I mean, I've had 401ks and stuff like that on jobs and stuff, but I do my own. I use Robinhood. I use Webull. I use other investment platforms. I educated myself on how this thing works and all that other stuff. And I control how. Once they let me, once I found out that I had control over, I can control how my money get invested. At that point, I want it in my hand. Let me do it. I want to buy the companies that I want to buy. I want to invest the way I want to invest. And listen, I don't encourage nobody to go buy stock, whatever. I'm just saying you need to prepare yourself. I don't trust the government that much that I would trust them. I already see how irresponsible they are. So my thing is this: if you can't handle, y'all got money, ridiculous amount of money, and you running up a deficit. So I'm supposed to be stupid enough to sit back and trust you to actually have something there for me? No, I don't think so. Well, moderate is safe. I agree with you with that. Just keep it there. Keep it there. A friend of mine used to do on his job is that every time he got a raise, he upped his 401k. And that's what he would do. Let's say he got a raise and it was a 3% raise. He went to his 401k and he upped it up. He added another percentage to his 401k because investing like I do isn't for everybody because everybody don't have this patience like that. Believe me when I tell you, if you watch it every day, you got to stomach a whole lot and you're not going to want to watch it every day. And that right there, you have to train your brain for that one because and usually in the beginning, it's going to look ugly. You know what I mean? And you just, so if whatever you're doing, if it's working for you, don't change it. That's all I can say. If it's working for you, don't change it. I wouldn't change it. You know what I mean? But people who have 401ks, there's always somebody out there criticizing 401ks, but I agree with 401ks because invest the way I do it and the way some of the people like that do it, it takes a lot. It is. It's a whole lot. You got to pay attention to a whole lot. You got to watch a whole lot. You're waiting for the right opportunity sometimes. If that's not for you, it's not for you. If you're going to have to, somewhere along the line, you got to trust somebody else to do the right thing. Yeah, I mean, to me, the only way I would move this, for me, when I first started out investing in my 401k, I was in high risk because I had time. Like I was in my 20s at the time. What's up? Yes, 401ks are good for me. Yeah. See, when I was in my 20s, I was into a high risk. But as I got older, I was like, okay, I can't keep risking this stuff. So my investment strategy I took less risk as I got older because now the time period between, when you're 20, you think you're going to live forever. So you take some higher risk because like the bang for the buck, you get a bigger bang for the buck. But at the risk of possibly losing a lot at the same time. So, at this point, for me, I'm invested. When I invest my money, I go straight dividends. Mostly 95% of my money is invested in dividend companies. And what I mean by dividend companies is that take a company like UPS. Every 3 months, UPS pays out a dividend based on the money that you have invested in. Right, and that's where my logic is at. I don't want to as you get older, you gotta be a little more mindful how you do. When you're young, you can take the risk. It's like driving. When you're young, you're driving fast. In the street, weaving in and out of the car. And when you get older, you're like, man, I'm taking my time. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm enjoying this ride. I ain't doing all that. Yeah, but that's what I usually do. And like take a company like UPS, like I was saying. UPS pays out a dividend every 3 months. So if you got money invested in UPS based on the shares that you own, you don't have to sell your stock. They will pay you out a small dividend. It's not a whole lot of money, but they will pay you out a percentage of dividend based on the shares that you own. And this is the reason why I took this direction when I first really started doing it on my own. So and this is just a hypothetical. So I'm not trying to tell somebody what they should do investment-wise. I'm just giving you a hypothetical, what I've learned over the time that I did and which worked for me. Let's just say you have $10,000. I'm going to use $10,000 as the magic number, right? And what I found out the way I do it, for every $10,000 that you have invested in companies that pay out some type of dividend, that can equate to about $125 to $150, maybe $75 a month payout in dividend. Because I'm telling you that because that's what I see. Like that's what I already see. So for every 10 grand, based on the stuff that I had my money invested in, I receive about 150 to around roughly about $150 a month in dividends. So that's why I do it the way that I'm doing. So and then what ended up happening is after I accumulated so much stock in these companies and seeing the dividends, now I don't have to take money out of my paycheck to do it. What happens is that, every month they pay out dividends at different times. So if the money just accumulates, now I just recycle the money that they give me. You get what I'm saying? So let's just say I get $500 a month in dividends. I don't use that money. I recycle. I either reinvest it in the same company if I can, if it drops or the price goes down, or I take that money and invest it in something else that pays out a dividend. So every day I'm getting some type. When I wake up in my accounts, there's always money there. Like it's just about every day I get paid. Now it's not a substantial amount of money, but it's every day I get paid from some type of company that got money in. Whether it's Walmart, whether it's Target, whether it's electric companies or Exxon Mobil or Sunoco, all these different places that I got money in. Right, that's what I mean by West. It's a lot to deal with. So all this money that I own stock in, they pay out some type of dividend. Some of them pay every month, some pay every 3 months. Most of the time I play around that time. Yes, and I just slow and steady and I keep doing it. Now I don't have to really save money out of my pocket. And I said I was going to do this for the first 5 years. I'm just going to keep feeding in. And then after I kept feeding in, now it feeds itself and I don't have to do it. I just have to watch it and look for opportunity to reinvest the money as to see. Like right now and today, like recently UPS stock has dropped like crazy. So I've been trying to put my money as much as I have and that I can invest, that I have to invest with, I was putting in UPS. So that's kind of how you do it, and it's just why. So I can accumulate. The key to me is to accumulate more shares. The more share I own when they do pay out the dividend, the higher the dividend I get paid out, the higher amount of money I get in dividend. So there's some days I might wake up, it might be $10, $15, and there's some days I might wake up, it might be $40, $50, depending on how many shares I own and how many companies are paying me out that night or that day. And that's the direction that I took with it, because it was just like, I can't, I'm too old to be playing this risky game of, I wake up one day and I'm, if let's say I got $50,000 and I wake up tomorrow and now it's only $30,000, I can't, it's still fluctuation in my investments, but it's not as drastic as that. That's all it is. But if you got a 401k, man, just, and honestly, 401ks are better because to some extent, especially if your company you work for, if they matching your money, that helps a lot. The other thing is that what I think is good about 401ks is that the first thing, of course, is the matching of the money. The other thing is that when let's say you start making good money on your job and the taxes are going to hit you harder. That's why I tell people to max out your 401k, because if you don't max it out on your 401k, when you go to file your taxes, you're going to get hit with it anyway. So it's best to take the money, because they take your 401k out before they tax your paycheck. If you got a 401k, that money comes out before they take any type of government taxes. That's law. So if they suck that out first, when you go to file your taxes, the taxable income looks lower because they took that out before taxes. So to me, if you got a 401k, that is a smart way to go, because yeah, great. That's wonderful. That way, if you got a 401k, you maxed out, and then what I would do is even so much, if you think you're making too much money, where you end up, if you find yourself, when you file your taxes, having to pay the government, then I would go back and change my 401k and say, you know what? I ain't giving the government no more. I don't want to ever have to pay the government. I'll just start I'll take that money and I'll start putting more money in my 401k, so that when I go to file my taxes, my taxable income looks lower, and I don't have to, usually I come out better with not owing the government. I don't want to owe the government nothing. I don't like them. That's just the direction that I always took. Like, you max it out more, because if somebody who's making 6 figures a year and they go to file their tax, especially if you're a single person and you don't have kids and all these no deductibles, they're going to hit you. And at that point, you can put almost, if I'm not mistaken, you put almost up to 50% of your pay in your 401k. So even though they might not be matching the money that they even though you go beyond what they match, it's still somewhat better because you're bringing down your taxable income. That's the only other upside of it, other than they're not going to match the money beyond what they say they're going to match. But as long as you maxed out to whatever they're going to match, that's great right there. To me, that's a step. That right there in itself is good, is gold, and that's real talk. Yeah, my thing is just I don't like what the government do with money. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we finding out a whole lot of stuff which most of us already kind of had it. We suspected, we thought about it, we kind of already knew that there was some craziness going on. But finally, we starting to see where the money was actually going and how bad it really was and how irresponsible they are. So for me, it's like, why would you trust these people to do right by the people when they wasn't the whole time? I would. I mean, we'll probably never know where most of that money went, but at least we're putting a stop to a lot of it, so to speak. So to speak, but we won't know until we actually see it in our paychecks or whatever. But like I said, you got to do it responsibly. You can't just. It'd be nice just for them to just. I mean, they kept the same Trump taxes that was there, but I still rather see more. You know what? Once again, I think they made more of it than what it was, and this is just my opinion. I think they made more of it what it was. I think it was irresponsible, but I also think they was blowing it up more than what it was, and that's just my opinion. Like at the end of the day, any little thing that somebody does, anything that somebody does, is always going to get blown up. It's a lot of it's going to be always blown up like that. And my thing is this: is that you know it was irresponsible. I think that, but my thing is this: is that if you got a lot of people, I once I start realizing that they blowing it up more than what it was, I just kind of took my head out of it. I was like, here y'all go again. Y'all making something. This is how they get laws passed. This is why we dealing with a lot of stuff, and this is the game they always play. You let an incident happen, and then, oh, I think it was bad. I wasn't, I wasn't, I wasn't saying it in the sense of it wasn't wrong or bad. But my thing is this: is that what I was watching, they act like people died from it. Like this is what they was acting like. Oh, people got killed, murdered. Like this is the hype that they was putting behind. I was just like, all right, you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, you're irresponsible. It was irresponsible. It was wrong. But my thing is this: everything that Washington does on rather Trump's side or the other side is going to always be scrutinized. And my thing is this: it's just like when people start to talk to me about other countries and what's going on in other countries. My thing is this: is that I live in America. I don't want my tax dollars. I don't want my money going over there. I don't want to do it and all the other stuff like that. I can't worry about no other country. I don't like the fact that we take all of our money that I work for, you work for, and other people work for, and we fund these type of things. I want America to be taken care of. I want the citizens of America to be taken care of. I'm not going to. That's where I'm at. And that's what I want this administration to do. I don't care about no other country right now. Because when I go to a store, when I go around the streets, and I see people struggling hard, and these American citizens, and y'all telling me that we're the richest country in the world, but I see people that's getting up going. I'm not talking about people that's lazy and don't want nothing in life. I'm talking about people getting up going to work every single day, and they damn near got tears running out of their eyes, struggling that hard. I'm not concerned about no other country. I want us to fix right at home, and that's where I'm at with that. And that's why I'm like glad that I voted this way, and I'm hoping that they continue on that path of taking care of people, American citizens, the right way, not flying these illegals over here and giving them all this stuff that they was giving them, and worrying about Ukraine borders, but not worrying about our borders. So, and as far as that leaked information, I think it was stupid, and I think it was irresponsible. But I couldn't feed myself into it that much. It's just like, I'm not gonna blow it up too. I'm not gonna feed that. That's not that. Even though it's important to me, We got bigger problems. I'm worrying about the citizens of America more so than stuff like that. That I leave that to the administration to handle. Y'all can argue that out all y'all want to. I want y'all to get these taxes fixed. I want people to be able to live. I want y'all to get these gas prices down. I want y'all to get these food prices down. I want y'all to do. I want y'all the border. I don't really have an issue with no more because they're doing the job there. And I want you to focus on the things that you ran on and you campaigned on. That's my focus. I'm not. When you start talking about foreign affairs and stuff like that, my head is there, but I'm not there as much as I am concerned about home. Like I just want I want American citizens to live better than they live in, because a lot of us are working our behinds off, man, and it's bad. I'm good with my money. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very good with how I handle my money, but it takes a lot for me to do what I'm doing. Believe me when I tell you, it takes a whole lot. But, but for somebody getting up, going to work every single day and have to struggle, that's crazy. Like, and now don't get me wrong. There's some people that you there because you just irresponsible with your money. You just slick, whatever the case may be. But I see a lot of people, man, you can tell when you go into a popular restaurant on a Friday and you can sit down and there's no wait, things are bad. And I'm not talking about like in my lifetime when I used to go to restaurants on Friday in the city of Philadelphia, you don't get this. You don't just go in and sit down on a Friday. You wait. And sometimes your wait is 45 minutes to an hour. And that's just about anywhere you go. But when you start going to places like that and you can sit right down. Oh no, I'm not. Listen, you can't. It's hard for somebody to sell me on it because I don't fall for a sad story like that. My point that I was trying to make is that I see it a whole lot, and some of these people are not irresponsible. Some of these people are really trying their best to survive, because at some point the cost of living. I don't care how good you are with money. At some point the cost of living is going. If you got a car, let's say you bought a car and you say. You got to finance a car to get back and forth to work. And then that's one thing. But then you can't take into account when the car breaks down and it might cost you money then. And then you got car insurance that all of a sudden now your car insurance start to go up. You didn't anticipate that, but now it's going higher. Let's say you got a house and let's say you buying your house and you got a set mortgage, but then all of a sudden the insurance on the mortgage and the taxes in the community go up. You didn't take that into account. And then your gas prices on the gas started to go up. You didn't take that into account. So where you was able to afford it in the beginning, now all these other expenses that they've been going on is consuming what you thought you had for yourself. And then let's say you got insurance, like house insurance, like medical insurance, that goes up. Now all of that money that room that you thought you had when you made these moves is being consumed by all these other expenses that start to skyrocket. Now there's nothing left for you. Everybody else is getting your money but you. And that's where the problem comes into play at. And then when you say, why is it like this? And then you dig into it, and let's just say like gas prices. When you start to dig into it, gas prices went up for a reason. Number one, as soon as the Biden administration got in there, they gave away all that reserve. They handed it over to China. And they didn't care about the impact of it. And then when they gave it away, all of a sudden, now they see gas prices. Then they cut out all of these oil drilling and stuff. We went from having over 3,000 contracts of oil drilling in America down to 900. But they never said that stuff because they know the average American is not going to fall or go look into it. Okay, now you slow down drastically the production of oil. Why did they do that? Because they wanted to try to force you to drive that electric car. That was the whole plan. So if I make it expensive, gas expensive, people would automatically go out there and buy that electric car. But what they did not, this is why I said they didn't know what they were doing. That oil runs through everything. It runs through everything that we do. See, people think, oh, I'm going to go get some gas in my car. No. Oil runs through everything. Plastic, oil. It has it in it. Everything we manufacture, you need oil to do a lot of this stuff. Not just driving these trucks and moving these diesel and stuff, all that stuff. Oil runs its fingers through everything. So what ends up happening is everything get affected by it. So if you slow down it and you run up the cost of it, now it's killing everybody. Top to bottom, hair and nail and skincare. How you doing? I don't know why I keep saying nail care. What is wrong with me? Skincare, how you doing? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. If you on this live, yeah, okay. I hear you, Wesley, but no, I never fell into that one. I know what people say, not what you can do for your country. Nope. I think that's a two-way street right there for me. My country take care of me. I take care of my country. Now, all right, Wesley. God bless you. Appreciate you, man. Top to bottom, appreciate you, bro. God bless you. Thank you for hanging out with a brother. Top to bottom, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? God bless you. Yes, yes. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very, very much. Check this out, y'all. I'm glad top to bottom showed up. If y'all on this live, please hang in there with me. Um, she had a competition or whatever. She had a little thing on her page where she was giving out some free candles, and I happen to be one of the ones that won the candle. Now I did not open it up. It came in yesterday, but I did not open it up. But I wanted to go on. What's up, Outlaw? What's going on? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. So since y'all on this live, please hang in with me. Please chill with me while I open this up because I want to see what it smells like. But I haven't actually opened it up yet. But so for if you on this live, please check out her website. It's TOP2 bottoms BOTTUMS store. Basically store. So it's top to bottoms store hair and skincare. What's up, Thomas? What's up going on? God bless you. God bless you. So, without further ado, we about to open this up. Because I want to see what it smells like. Yeah, I'm doing it there. Where my knife at? I had a knife here, huh? What did I do with that knife? It ain't no real knife. It's a butter knife. I can't have real knives because I'm dangerous. You know? You can't have real knives because I'm dangerous. Nah. Yep, but here we go. I got it right here in the box. I just opened it up. I had to get this stuff out. Oh, let me let y'all see what I'm doing. It took a little bit to cut the box open. Let me do the right responsible thing and keep it up to the camera. All right, so I want to make sure this thing don't fall out. Yeah, oh yeah, drum roll like you're hunting with. Drum roll, please. Man, this is all right. Can y'all see? All right. I'm gonna put it to this camera first, my phone camera, so y'all can see what it is. I ain't taking out the foam yet, but then y'all can see it over there. He got a cork. They got a cork top to this thing. This seems nice. All right, so there's the jar. And for those that's on this live, y'all can see. What's up, Garcia? How you doing? I didn't see you over there. Sorry, I didn't look down. How's it going? God bless you. All right, so that's it. And then let me make sure I turn this right. Oh, see, okay. And the scent is called gingerbread. So I'll let y'all over here, for those that's over there, hopefully y'all can see that. It's weird trying to look at two cameras. All right. So now here's the thing with me. I like food scents. Like when somebody, like, I like stuff that smell like food, like cake, pies, and stuff like that. So that's why I'm glad they sent the gingerbread one because I like stuff that smells like food. Oh man, this smells good. Whoa. I ain't even had to get that close. Oh man. Man, man, this smells real good. Whoa. Man. Oh, this smells, man, look. This smells real good. Woo. Like it hits you too, but it's you can tell that they didn't skimp it. Appreciate this. It smells real good. Make sure the top's on there tight enough. But yeah, top to bottom, top to bottoms, top to bottom store. Check out. She's actually on my live right now. So if y'all on the live, please go check out her. She actually has a YouTube page and she also has a website. So if you go to her YouTube page, then you'll be able to click into the link up to her website. They have a whole lot of other. I already been on the website and checked it out. I know they got candles, they got soaps, they got skincare stuff like that. And then watch a few of the videos. That way you get an idea of the product that she had before you even go to the website. But yeah, this thing's like I'm still smelling it. Like I put the top back on it, and I can still smell the scent. Like that's how like you can tell they didn't skimp it because you can. Like I'm smelling it while I'm talking to y'all. It smells good. This thing smells real good. I had to be careful because I was getting ready to start licking it like it was food. Yes, the website is in her bio. Just check her check them out. And I got a few things on there. I've been looking on the website. Just my life just gets some complicated sometimes. I don't have a chance. But yeah, go check it out. Follow her on her YouTube page. Go check out her website. And like when I did win, because if you want to go, you can go to her page and look at her and her husband's video when they pulled the names and stuff out like that, and you can check out when I won. But her husband is hilarious. The husband is hilarious. I was watching the video and he had me laughing. But outside of that, it's man, this thing like I'm like I didn't put the I kid you not, I put the lid back on here. Y'all see me push it down tight. But I still smell it. Like it's literally I can still smell the gingerbread. That tell me that this is not no skimpy product. That's like nobody, like how some people make candles and you might smell it and then it's all of a sudden the smell is like goes away. But man, it hits you. And but it smells real good. Like when I say it smells real good, it smells real good. And it's it's done, you can tell it's done real clean and professional. But yeah, like I said, go check her out. Check out her website. Yeah, it's like when I say I smell it, it's man, it smells real good, man. It's making me hungry again. I just ate right before I got on this live. But yeah, just check out her website. Check out her page. Top to bottom store, hair and skincare. And believe me when I tell you, like if you get this is the gingerbread. Gingerbread, yes, gingerbread. Let's make sure I'm reading it right. But it's gingerbread. You get that gingerbread candle, man. Man, I done sat it across the table and I still smell it. It's still in the room. Like literally in the room. Yes. But yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was watching them on the live. I appreciate it. Out the pit. I was watching the live where her they was pulling the names or whatever. Cause I wasn't on it when it was live, but I went back and watched the video and I was seeing or whatever. But out the pit, you got. I swear you go on the page, you watch that one video. It's a long live that they did. You're gonna be cracking that by her husband, man. But yeah, man, when you get a chance, follow her page and check out the products that you have. I am going to get a chance when I get a chance. I want to actually go in and look through some stuff. I did go in there a couple of times, did look at a few things and stuff like that, but I haven't actually decided on what I want. But then when I finally got to the very end of the live that they did, I realized that they was making oils and stuff like that too. So I still was like, oh, okay, they do a lot of stuff. It's not just candles. Like I said, she got a lot of stuff. Yeah, she got a lot of stuff. She got a lot of stuff on that page and stuff like that. So if you got, like she was saying about the oils, and I'm like, I was getting educated at that point, and the person I was watching it with was saying the same thing, like, oh, I need to go back and check out. I didn't know she had that. So yes, when I say check it out, and I mean, and they're a small business, but again. Give them a shot. They're a small business trying to grow, and it's one thing for us to talk about Americans, but if we don't support American businesses, all we doing is just being hypocrites. You know what I mean? I'd rather get it from American citizens than to have to get it from another country or out of seas and stuff like overseas and stuff like that. So most of their product is handmade. And I've listened to the video. They make a lot of this stuff. From what I understand on the video, they make it handmade and stuff like that. And I forget the name that her husband, she mentioned the name of the husband and was saying some Bissell product. I don't know what it was because I got to go back on it because I'm like her husband. I couldn't say the name. So I ain't going to go back. But I encourage y'all to go look at the live that she did and then you'll kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. But, yeah, man, I'm talking to y'all and I still smell this thing. Like, I done set this thing away from me and I'm still smelling it. And listen, it's not lit. That's my whole point. I put the lid is still on it. It is probably about 2 feet away from me right now. And I'm still getting whiffs of the scent from me. And I done close it up. And I'm still getting whiffs of it. What's up, Leah? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Jose, I'm sorry, man. I don't be looking down at this. You on my other live that's on the other page, Jose, so I'm not ignoring you, brother. God bless you. It's just that you on one. I'm still trying to figure this computer stuff out, brother. So just be patient with me. I'm not. I see you down there. Appreciate your support. Yes, and Jose, you right, man. If y'all not, I know y'all on this live over here, but Jose is over on the other live, and because I'm working off of 2 channels, and he was saying about the same thing about building, American jobs, American businesses, and stuff like that. And here we are. We have somebody on our channel that has a website that's making American-made product. Because you can say what you want, she makes it right here in America. And my thing is this, so I encourage y'all to go out there and give her support, go through our channel, see some stuff. And if you don't see nothing for you, there's somebody y'all know that might need some stuff or like that type of stuff, and just send it to them as a gift. That's all you gotta do. Go purchase it. If you don't see nothing personally for you, send it for somebody. You're gonna know somebody that might need that type of product, and send it to them for as a gift. That's all. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You make earrings. All right. And you have a website too, Leah? So this is what we supposed to be doing on these lives. We supposed to be networking, find out who do. I don't make nothing, y'all. Okay, that's what's up out the pit. I didn't know that, man. Like that, Leah, if you got a website, whatever. Anytime I'm on my live, and the same thing I told top to bottom, you're welcome to put it out there. You're welcome to put it in the chat, whatever the case may be. I have no problem whatsoever with that. This is the type of stuff that we need to do. That's cool. Whenever you get it ready, come right here and let us know where you at. And we have no problem. I have no problem with that. You get on the chat, get on live, let us know where you at with stuff like that. Just so y'all know, I don't want to spill the beans, but I am working on something. But I'm not going to tell you what it is until I actually get it done. But I am working on something. Billy, my buddy Billy, how you doing? You build homes, Billy. I didn't know that. That's right, you did. We did talk about contract work. That's right, yes we did. I didn't know you was actually building homes. Where at? Where you build homes at, Billy? Man, we got some, man, look at all this creativity we got in the chat. Yeah, it's the same channel, but it's the one on, it's the upright one on my phone. Jose, it's the upright one. So if you on the one that's widescreen, if you jump out and look for the one that's like upright, that'll be the one that's on my phone. I'm actually working on, it's on the same channel, but I got 2 lives going at the same time, brother. Hey, out the pit. I agree with you, man. Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. I don't know. Listen, Billy on the live and Billy build houses. And you can see where he said Angola and on the hillside, what's that? Miami, am I looking at that right? Because this, man, look, I see MI, so don't get me wrong. I don't know abbreviation of all the states. I used to when I was a young boy, but don't ask me now. I just know PA, New Jersey, maybe New York. I don't remember all these abbreviations on the states no more. I only worry about when I need to use it. But Michigan, okay, all right, cool. So for those that's on this live, if you plan on moving to Michigan, Billy French, Bill House, Indiana. Okay, you go to Ohio, so you go everywhere. I got family in Ohio. I got a lot of family in Ohio. I got plenty of family in Ohio, man, all through there. And Dayton, Ohio, Canton, Ohio, Alliance, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, um, and quite a few other ones. But I got a lot of family in Ohio. They all over. That's what's up, Billy, man. But yeah, I don't know if you got, like, if there's a way of people to contact you, whatever, man. But anytime you're on my live, Billy, you're welcome to put it in the live, whatever case and be. You guys come in here, y'all always support me. We have good conversation. I'm sorry. I'm still smelling this candle and it keeps whizzing. Carbon construction. No, it's cool. No, Billy, I had no beef with that, man. You come in my live, we have conversation. People like that, I don't care if they come in here. We do get people that come in here and try to plug, but listen, Billy, I'm 100% okay with that, man. You never know. You never know. And my channel might grow to the point where you might be saying, you know what? I'm going to advertise with that brother. So I don't despise small beginnings. You never know. Let's say I get to the point where I got 400,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you do it. This is how you network. This is how you build. You network and let people know. Listen, some of the people on my channel found out about Top to Bottom store. Top to Bottom store. I know people personally that already been on the website and look and have intended to buy stuff. Now we just found out that Leah does business. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing? God bless you. Now, Garcia just said he might be in Michigan. and you know what, man? And this is what we have to have. And I say this all the time. We have to have these dialogues. We don't have to agree everything politically. We don't. We don't have to. But if we don't get a chance to have basic dialogue, and the other thing is I want to see America come great. And I want to see America out. The way we help make America great is these type of conversations. The way we help make America great is networking and let everybody know what we do and what we don't do. And we get on places like this, channels like this, and we open each other's dialogue with each other. Now, we done found out there's 3 people on here that got a business. Leah makes jewelry. Top to Bottom makes candles, oils, all types of skin and hair care stuff. Billy builds houses. Now, Top to Bottom might say, you know what? I just grew to a point where I need a facility built. Let me get in touch with Billy because I know that he builds houses and he probably can build a facility that will match my business, a warehouse that'll match the business because we need a place to produce more stuff fast. Outlaw. Oh, you do gunsmithing. See that? Hey, I don't know, Outlaw. I need to see you with that one. Outlaw. All right. See, Outlaw, I'm a gun person. I love my guns, and I honestly, I want to get me a gun custom made the way I want it. Like I don't build guns. I buy guns. I don't build them. I don't go. I know I love to take them apart and clean them and stuff like that. Yes. Okay, that's what's up, Billy. That's cool, man. Like I said, anytime you come on this live, you welcome to plug, bro. Yes, and you right out the pit. If we don't we gotta focus on America for America. We can't, honestly speaking, there's only but so much the administration can do anyway. We gotta do it individually wise too. You know what I mean? And that's it. Like I I wasn't big on a lot of stuff, but one thing I always try to do is if I can buy American made brands, I buy American made brands. I have never owned a foreign car in my life. Well, I'm lying. I did own one, but that was by like default kind of. But when I went to purchase a vehicle, and don't get me wrong, I know that a lot of these companies get a lot of the parts and stuff from foreign places and stuff like that, and I get all of that part. I'm not taking that part out of the equation, but I've always either owned a Ford, I've owned these Chevy or Dodge. That's it. I've never owned any other brand of vehicle other than that. Now I don't. Yes, and I agree, Billy. You know what? I think a lot of us that have children are worried about that too. I think a lot of us had children. I agree with you, Billy, man. You know what? We gotta pray for each other, man. We gotta keep our foot to the grind, and believe me when I tell you, the reason why I do the things that I do is because I worry about my children too. Oh man, Gabriel, man, somebody gonna make me a gun I want. Oh man, see this? Look at all this stuff we finding out right here on this live. Gabriel can do cut design books, guns. He also have a plasma design. Oh man, man. Oh okay, okay, yeah. I had to read the rest of what you were saying, but that's all good. Keep it. Don't give up on that. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Yeah, you know, Leah, I agree with you, man. And here's the thing is that's why I always tell women, get your firearm and learn how to use it. Get your firearm and learn how to use it, and try to keep it with you as much as possible. If you live in a state where they limit that, y'all get together and y'all rally and y'all fight against the people that try to restrict your right to keep and bear arms, or get out of that state or that city. Because when they start to do that, because that I always tell people, and I tell women this all the time, the gun is the equalizer. If somebody's trying to do something to you, as especially if it's a male, the gun is the equalizer. Yes, and we got way too soft. And outlaw, I agree, out the pit, I think we gotten way too soft. Everybody, yeah, man, I feel like I'm lazy. Everybody talking about all the good stuff they doing. Outlaw's wife makes stuff. Now, now here's the thing. Like I said, I want me again. That's what's up. That's what's up. Like I said, Leah, yes, it is. Life is definitely precious. Yeah, you might be right. You're right. You might be right, Jose. You know, it's a saying I always say is that about people when it comes to the truth. And off the top of my head, I cannot think of what it is, but I say it all the time. Like, you know how I can't think. If I can think of it, it eventually come to me. But you know how they say you can't handle the truth, but I'm not even talking about can't handle the truth. It's just like, oh, this what it is. I said people like. I said people love being lied to. It's easy for them. They rather be lied to than told the truth. That's the way I say it. People just love to be lied to. Oh, if you from Florida, you good. out, out, out the pit, Florida. Florida is like Pennsylvania. Now Pennsylvania is a gun. We're a gun state too, but till you get in the city of Philadelphia, even though the city of Philadelphia you can't get a carry concealed license. Like in the city of Philadelphia, you can get a gun license, but listen. I like my guns, and I like going to the range when I can. I wish I could go a lot more, but unfortunately, I can't. But me personally, I want to get me another gun. Right here, Florida is its own country, like Texas. Texas is another one that's a big gun cut state. Yes, and I agree. You should. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Billy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I listen. I don't. To me, it's like if you're not comfortable with owning a gun. I'm not saying you know or not, but if you're not comfortable with owning guns, because there was a point in my life where I wasn't comfortable with it, but I'm different. I'm a lot different than what I am now. But if you're not comfortable with it, I don't. To me, if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. But I always say to women and stuff like that, like I'm a big gun advocate for the Second Amendment. Like and oh, oh, okay. But yeah, I'm a big advocate for gun um for the Second Amendment, and that's just the way I am. But but when as it relates to women, I just always tell women to make sure you good. Make sure you know how to use that firearm because when you dealing with when you got bad, especially bad men out there that got bad intentions, you pull out that firearm. That one thing right there can put a stop to a lot of stuff without you. A lot of time without even having to ever pull the trigger. Just sometimes, just them seeing that firearm, a lot of times can put a stop to a lot of things that you might have to deal with, and that's real talk. Wow. Yeah, like now here's the thing. I wasn't always this way, but once I got my head into it and realized that you need to get your head together, bro. But now I'm like I'm hooked and like guns for me is like fishing. I love to fish. Like I love going fishing. I could go fish. I could jump in my car and I go my truck and I go fishing in a minute. In a minute. So I love going fishing. Guns to me is like fishing. Now the one thing I have, Gabriel, the one thing I have never been is hunting. That's where I want to go. Like that is one of my big things that I grew up in the city of Philadelphia. Ain't no hunting in the city of Philadelphia. It's all city. Yeah, I'm all city, but I definitely want to go hunting. I mean, you can hunt in the state of Pennsylvania, but I don't want to hunt there. I want to go hunting, but I know people that I know they be like, man, you crazy. I'm trying to do that. I want to go and hunt a wild boar. That's what I want to hunt. Yeah. Now here's the thing, and I'm listening. I'm looking at Leah and then out the pit. Listen, she's talking about how to do stuff. Listen, I'm trying to figure out a lot of stuff with this YouTube stuff too, and I'm like, with because eventually I want to be able to bring people in on the lives and stuff like that. And I haven't figured all that stuff out, but I'm eventually will. Oh, a trip. I don't know if I'm ready for Africa yet. I don't know if I'm ready for Africa. All right, so here's the thing. I don't know if I'm ready for Africa. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for Africa yet. I watch a lot of hunting shows, and I can't think of the guy's name, but they go to Africa a whole lot on hunting, and they be hunting the buffalo, and they hunt. I seen them hunting the buffalo one time. I think they was hunting a rhino, not a rhino, but what was it? No, why I can't think of these animals all of a sudden. I'm running a blank, but I know I watched them hunting buffalo, and I watched them hunt. It wasn't a rhino, but it was a hippopotamus. Hippo. I don't know why I couldn't think of hippo. No, it's no problem, Billy, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming in live. Appreciate your support. Real talk. And but yeah, I want to go hunting. I want to hunt wild boar. Yeah, listen. I'm not one that want to go to jail, but there's some things I'll go to jail proudly for, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Like nobody, deer or turkey. I mean, I would do it, but I just I want to hunt something a little more threatening. That's all. Yeah, I'm not like there's some things I when it comes down to like if I find out you touch a kid, yeah, I'm going to jail. I'm gonna go proudly. You ain't gonna have to come look for me. I tell you that all the time. They be like, all right, no. If I find out you touch a kid, you gonna have to come look for me. Upstate Albany, upstate Albany. Man, I hate the fact that these words be so little. Do I have a Discord? Um, I have no idea what you're talking about. When you say Discord, like, all right, here's the thing, Leah, because I know you're trying to help me with this thing, right? All right, so over on my computer, I'm using was it OBS? Oh yeah, see, that's what I want to hunt. I want to hunt boar. I just think it's boar will more. Wild boar is a little more threatening. That's why I want to hunt one. I want to hunt that. That's the only reason why, because I know they're a little more threatening. That's all. Like deer is like, and you know what, Leah, my email is actually on my page, and Ron Thornton 34. So if you shoot me an email, let me know, and I appreciate the help if you can help me through it, because I'm over here making a fool of myself. But you said Discord, I'm gonna figure that out. I never downloaded it on there. Now I do gator. I ain't afraid to hunt no gator. I do it. Yeah, I do gator. I ain't afraid of that. Yeah, I definitely will hunt gator. I ain't afraid to hunt no gator. Now, I know some. I got a family member that's you don't like gators. I don't know what a StreamYard is, but I don't have a problem with it because listen. My thing is, a lot of y'all, I would love to be able to see who you all are and collab with some videos. I had to go buy stuff, and I'm still trying to figure out all this stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm up now. Yeah, I will hunt gator. Now, Leah, um, like I said, I just bought this HP computer for this very reason, and that's why. Like, if you look at my other um thing that Jose was on, that's where it's on widescreen, and where right now I'm using my phone. But I do have. I went and bought another computer, and I download and what I guess they call it OBS. But I realized that there's a whole lot going on with this, and I was like, this is probably more than I would need. But I got to the point where I'm able to bring up the lives, but I wasn't figuring out. All right, okay, I'm at. But yeah, if you look at my my email address is at gmail.com. But if you look at it, Ron Thornton 34 at gmail.com. That's where my email address at. If you look there, and if you shoot me an email, let me know who you are, and we can figure it out from there or whatever. Well, I'm glad you all right. I'm glad you all right, Gabriel. Hopefully you doing better. Hopefully, I know you had to hurt something, man. If you fell down the steps, something got to get hurt. But hopefully you good. God bless you that you all right. Real talk. Wow. We're gonna pray that you be all right. That everything is good with you. You don't need nobody falling. Yeah, I appreciate it, Leah. I will. I do. I appreciate it. Real talk. If I can get that situated, I will. Yeah, Garcia, I hope you do. I feel you. Yeah, like I said, I started this channel a little while ago, and I'm still. I mean, I had it a while ago, but I wasn't really using it. And then finally, I just after about a year or so, I decided to start using it and actually start, focusing on trying to grow this channel and actually, to YouTube. But I enjoy it now, and I actually embraced it, and I like doing it. I like being on live. I like communicating with everybody, talking with whatever case may be. But I gotta I gotta figure this stuff out because I want to see some faces of who I'm talking to, and then then we can kind of get more deeper in the conversation about it. Don't just always have to be politics, like outlaw, with the guns and stuff like that, and stuff that we all kind of have in common with top to bottom with her store, and then maybe she has some new products. We can sit back, And so I definitely want to get to that point. So Leah, I will appreciate it if you do email me, and I'll look for the email when I get off this live, and hopefully we can figure it out, and we get to the point where I got this to the point where we can actually go back and forth, and I can bring some people in on the chat or whatever case may be. But I'm working on it. I had to spend a little bit of money for this, but eventually it'll get there. It'll get there. You know what I mean? So it's just like I'm working on it. I'm working on some other stuff too, but I can't speak on. But because that's gonna take a little while if I get to that. But at the end of the day, and then hopefully it'll help y'all, those that have a channel. Okay, cool. I'll check it out, and if I don't get back to you tonight, I definitely will get back to you and give you, and we can go from there. And and hopefully we can get there top to bottom. Yes, yes. And hopefully we'll pay off. And for those that's on this live, and don't get like I said, you stick to it. You know what I mean? Whatever y'all out there doing. Yeah, whatever y'all out there doing, whatever you got, with your dreams, your ambition, your ideas, your concepts, whatever it is you're doing, please don't stop. Don't give up. Just don't give up. No matter no matter what adversity you come against, whatever matter, just keep going, keep pushing. Don't get weary in well doing. That's the best way I can say it. Don't get weary in well doing. It's not gonna always be peaches and cream. It's not gonna always look pretty, and it's not gonna always go smooth. But if you just keep going and keep pushing and keep pushing, you'll believe me when I tell you, eventually you'll get there. And I'm not saying that I have arrived, but I see the light of where I'm arriving to, and I see it. And every day it has gotten better. You know what I mean? And yes, yes. I agree, Garcia. You're absolutely right. I believe in planting seed too, and my thing is this is that I'm a event. You know, after a while, y'all gonna get to know I'm a cheerleader. Like, and I'm not saying like I'm no, but I like seeing people grow. I like seeing people progress. I like seeing people thrive. That to me is like, I love it. I'm not one of those people that hate on somebody because I think they're doing better than me. I'm all for that. Like, I love seeing people doing better than me. If you're doing better, that's great. If you're not, if I see you trying, and maybe I got a little bit that I can help you with, I'm gonna try to help you if I can. That's just me. I don't have that time. I can't stand when somebody got hating. They like just I can't stand them. Why? If they doing better than you, like who cares? Why you? Like, my thing is this: humble yourself and go learn something from them. You might actually better yourself if you did. Instead of hating them, maybe find out what they got to offer and get some insight of how they got to where they at, and you might end up doing better. Yes, that's how you right. And just like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. In order for us to get to see success, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to learn to trust people to some extent. Can't wholeheartedly trust. You only can trust God wholeheartedly, but you got to trust people to some extent. And you got and you going. It's going to take a village for everybody to learn to work together in order for everybody to get to reach that level of success. And you're going to have to encourage each other. And sometimes you're going to have to encourage yourself without anybody else encouraging you. Because there's been many times I had to encourage myself to keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. And I mean, like, y'all have been on the lives know enough that know that I do some investing on my own. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. And I'm not going to be too long after this, but I'm going to just get into this and probably at some time after that, I'll get out of here. I'll let y'all go back to your lives and I'll go back to mine. But when I first started investing on my own, I'm telling y'all, it looked ugly. When I say it looked ugly, I don't even want to get into the number factor. But when I say it looked ugly, it looked ugly. And there were times I had to sit back and say, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. But then I had to rethink and say, you know what, man? Number one, you got God on your side. Yes. Number one, you got God on your side. Number two, you smart enough to do this. You can, and it don't take a lot of brain cells to do what you're doing. What it is you got to stay consistent, and you got to be diligent, and you got to stay consistent. And that's what I kept doing. I said, you know what? I had to get rid of the anxiousness because at first I was real anxious, like over anxious, and then I had to slow it down, get rid of the anxiousness. Once I got rid of the anxiousness, took down and actually started really focusing. And once I started focusing, really focusing on it, eventually I got myself out of that red. My first focus was to get out of the red. Just get out of the red so it don't look so bad. And I got myself out of the red, and then after that, it was like, now I'm on cruise control. But I had to stick to it. I guess I got into a zone, and I just stuck to it, and then I got myself out of the red. And after that, it was on cruise control, and I just still stuck to it, and I wasn't quitting. I did not care how bad it looked at that point. I was like, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep on, good. No. Now I'm at the point where it's almost like taking candy from a baby. And that's how good I've gotten at what I do for as investing. And I'm not saying I'm the best at it. But I understand it now to the point where it's like, I can make, if I had a lot of money, I can make some big changes in my life. But I'm doing all right. I'm doing a lot, way better than I started, and I'm doing all right. Few hiccups, but I still didn't stop. And I'm being honest with you, I'm not the only one. Like, the people that are up and close and personal to me, I went to them and I did the same thing, and I talked to them about the same stuff, and they're winning too. And that's my whole point. They're winning too. You're right, Garcia. Every day is an investment, and they're winning too. That's how I said. So it's not, are we rich? No. Are we on the path? Yes. Are we doing better than we was? By far. Yes. You're absolutely right. But if the person that you with is an investment, and if you pick the wrong person and they bad with money, it is what it is. But that's all I'm saying. I just want to encourage y'all, man, and all those people that got businesses on here. Like I said, for those that come on my lives and always got comments and always in, we go back and forth. Some things we agree with, some things we don't. This is why we're here to dialogue and conversate about it, to make sure that we have conversation for each other, to grow each other. And here's the thing: in the long run, it got better, and it's doing you know. And I thank God I never quit. I thank God I never quit. And that's how we. You're right, absolutely, Garcia. That's how we work. That's how we grow. And you know. But I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. And like I always tell people, please, 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 please make Jesus Christ a part of your life. Outside of everything we talk about, please make Jesus Christ a part of your life, because without him we are all nothing. But with him we can do great things through Christ who strengthens us. Yes, each one teach one. And you know, again, I just want to thank top to bottom and all y'all for for y'all support, and I greatly appreciate it. I will be back on live Friday. I never have a specific time on Friday, sorry, but that's why I call it Freestyle Fridays, because there's no particular time and there's no particular subject. But again, I appreciate it. Yes, Garcia, yes. And I'm not gonna hold y'all. But I had a wonderful time. I really did, and I appreciate it. Leah, hopefully I get a chance to get in touch with you. As y'all can see, these eyes are starting to. But yeah, and God bless y'all. God bless y'all, man. But Garcia, Leah, top to bottom, for all of those that are still on this live, and I appreciate it. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Thank y'all for hitting the subscribe button for those that subscribe. Hopefully we can all get together Friday or whatever case may be. So, and we're gonna freestyle it Friday, and we don't know we don't know where the subject gonna go, but we'll see where it goes at that. And and let me know how y'all doing business wise. For those that have got businesses, for those that are trying to start businesses, and those that are just, Billy and all of y'all, man, just let me know how y'all doing. And we'll see each other Friday. I wish I could tell y'all time, but I don't really know Fridays. Fridays is always up in the air because I like to do it that way. And thank y'all. I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. And with that said, I'm going to get up out of here and let each one of y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Peace!